Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble News channel. A few technical charts. Bitcoin doesn't really have a technical chart. It's more like 70,000 things going to the moon and then 100,000 more. Yes, I know a lot about computers. I can break 70 and go to the moon, which is also known as the banana zone. Another way to look at it is this. Here we are in the boring, banana-filled area where Bitcoin will be cut in half. I think this is drawn wrong for the boring zone. From my point of view, the boring part of this would begin in July and end at the end of June. Since at least May, the founder of Real Vision and a macro expert has been talking about the idea of the banana zone, giving more details in a number of appearances and Twitter threads. Powell said that the global liquidity cycle controls the big picture of the economy in the summer and autumn. This cycle has been going on since 2008 when central banks stepped in to keep the financial system from collapsing. When central banks increase the size of their balance sheets, they add more cash to the markets, which instantly drives up the prices of all assets. This is because the devaluation of fiat currency causes the prices of all assets to rise. Growth assets, such as tech and crypto, do very well because they are supported by long-term usage trends. Banana zone theory is based on the idea that global liquidity goes through cycles, with a focus on the times when central banks' balance sheets are expanding and when they are at their largest. He thinks that we are almost there, that liquidity conditions have bottomed out, and that they will start to rise quickly and keep going up until they reach their peak around June 2025, as soon as central banks start lowering interest rates and loosening their quantitative tightening policies. He says the cryptocurrency market will go through a thrilling period. Prices for crypto assets will likely rise sharply, or as he puts it, absolutely go bananas in the most recent episode of his regular podcast, Drinks With. The famous macro expert and former Goldman Sachs executive gives much-needed reports on the banana zone and talks about how he thinks prices will go up dramatically in the next few months. Powell thinks this will be the most exciting time for the cryptocurrency market, with big price jumps and a lot of people using it. Here are some banana zone guides to help you. There is one that says Bitcoin is overvalued and oversold. We use Bitcoin because its price history goes back the farthest. The overbought and oversold charts show that the rise hasn't even begun yet. It's only the beginning of what's called crypto summer, even though it fits with summer. However, crypto cycles and macro cycles are not the real seasons that happen every year. Now that it's crypto summer, prices should start to rise faster. It will be autumn or autumn next year. We haven't bought too much. For altcoins, it's all about the banana zone. This is the business cycle, the ISM report. The business cycle is still below 50, but it is slowly moving up. The US economy is slow as well as the world economy. Now, all of our signs that look to the future are going up. I showed you all of them in that big doc. We expect the ISM to rise soon. Altcoins move with the business cycle, just like small cap stocks. Why? Since you all don't have any money yet, you'll have money and be able to go shooting as soon as the economy gets better. It's really that easy. In a different graph, FedNet liquidity in altcoins is shown as a share of the total market value of Bitcoin. FedNet Cash is 12 months ahead of the rest. It says that the value of altcoins as a share of Bitcoin should begin to rise. It's almost Bitcoin season, which means it's banana zone time. Because Julian is smarter than me, I don't even understand this picture. You can call it the Z-score or Z-score if you're American. To sum up, just look at the pink lines. It makes it to the top. We're not even close. We haven't bought too much, so there's no need to worry. FedNet's ability to trade with Ethereum. Blockchains like Ethereum should start to move away from FedNet Cash. That always happens because that's how technology spreads. These should be going up. FedNet's cash has gone up since the tax credits raised the TGA. Sorry, I meant the tax take. Soon, Ethereum should start to do better. The other one is that financial conditions are beginning to ease up again. Globom 2 comes after it. This equation also has Globom 2 as a driver, as you know. It's kind of a money shot. Bitcoin can change a lot. 10-day volatility is getting very close to that 20% line from the past. It leads to huge protests, also known as banana zone when it gets there. You can see how big these rises are: 83%, 85%, and 214% in 2, 3, and 4 months. It takes place in Solana too, but there are more of them. Take a look. September 2023, up 521% in 3 months. That was not long ago. We forgot about that, because space is so dull. It's over as soon as the price goes sideways. I get it, everyone's hopes and dreams are all over the place. Yes, that's what the banana zone is. It shows what everyone hopes and dreams for the future. I get it, and I know how important it is to you. I care a lot about it. When it doesn't happen, you start to hear that voice in your head that says, what if it doesn't happen? What is going to happen if it doesn't? What will make me feel stupid if I mess this up? I don't care if it starts next week, next month, or even in September. You can't stop being mean to each other when the bloody thing moves to the side. It makes no sense. Yes, big market sideways conditions mean they're a bloodbath in the stupid crap you picked up, which is why you shouldn't mess this up. Take only a small amount of stupid crap. Having them is fun. We like it. On the other hand, if you have too much of this stuff, it falls apart when the music or dance stops. So this is why I try to explain why you should have most of your money in bigger tap tokens that have been shown to have positive network effects. After that, you can guess and act like a real jerk with the other stuff. You will become angry and unhappy if you don't. Everything you see on Twitter is a guy who made 100x, and you think, that could be mean X. Then you'll go from 100x to nothing. Do not do that at all costs. It's election time, so here's another good one. When there are elections, you have this summer run into August pole banana zone at the end of the year. You can see the form of the whole banana zone there, with a small curve in it from September to October, when everyone is worried about the election. We should expect that. Soon come, as they say in Cayman. I don't know when, so don't worry about it. Another way to look at it is this. Here we are in the boring banana-filled area where Bitcoin will be cut in half. I think this is drawn wrong for the boring zone. After some thought, I think the banana zone would begin in July and end at the end of June. I like this chart a lot. The difference between altcoins' Ethereum overall market cap last cycle and this cycle is shown here. It's really lovely. It works so well and goes in cycles. Once more, what's coming up? Lots and lots of big, juicy, ripe bananas. When does the real banana zone take place? In October, November, and December is the real banana zone. The next year, it bursts. We'll go back to the time of year again. This is a sideways run, and this is another big run. Based on this data, altcoins' market cap could grow by 10 times from here. That's a big deal. It says they should go to $7 trillion, which is where I'm getting to when I say this is a $10 to $15 trillion cycle on the way to $100 trillion.